Guys, this is the Fighters Rep, and this is our Alistair Overeem versus Augusto Sakai UFC Fight Night post-fight reaction discussion. We try to go live after all the big fights, and this is pretty much the biggest fight of the weekend. And I thought, we should definitely get together and talk a little bit about Alistair Overeem versus Augusto Sakai and the other fights on the card. First thing off the dome that I have to say is I'm impressed with Alistair Overeem, man. 40 years old, borderline 41 years old, and he was able to get the job done against, a very tough Augusto Sakai, who, he was there to win. The guy was there to win. He just couldn't put it together for whatever reason on the ground. He just had no ground game. He had no answer for it when Alistair Overeem took him to the ground. Unfortunate for Augusto Sakai. But, regardless, an impressive performance for Alistair Overeem. I mean, basically what happened was, they were exchanging throughout the fight on the feet. I felt like Sakai was just getting the better of it. A bigger guy. He was just plowing forward, landing punches on the inside, throwing a lot of uppercuts, landed some decent elbows and whatnot. Overeem, for whatever reason, was just backing up. It was weird. It was as if they would run across the octagon over and over again, and it was Sakai running towards Overeem, hitting him with, short uppercuts, short hooks on the inside, elbows, and Overeem would just back up from one side of the octagon to the other. I believe if he were to just sidestep, I mean, obviously easier said than done, but I believe if he were to just have sidestepped or circled to the left or to the right, he could have avoided all the punishment he took and maybe just countered. But at the end of the day, Overeem, using his veteran skills, man, figured out a way to win. He tried everything, and he saw that Sakai just didn't have a ground game. He just didn't have any sort of ground game. He took him down at will. I believe he first took him down and did some real damage in the fourth round, in the third and fourth round. And then in the fifth round, he was just like, let me get this guy out of here, man. Took him down easily and started rocking him with big elbows, big punches. And he gets him out, man. He gets him out. A well-deserved win for an Alistair Overeem, who is 40 years old, about to go on 41, right? And still one of the best heavyweights in the world. Still one of the best heavyweights in the world. And get this, this guy for a long time has been known for his striking. I mean, he was a K1 World Grand Prix champion. He did his thing on the striking scene for a very long time. But, he took this fight to the ground. He won this fight on the ground. And, the heavyweight division right now is pretty thin. And so he's still in the mix. He's still in the mix. Let's take a look at the heavyweight rankings real quick with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about here. So it looks like at heavyweight we've got, give me a second here. Wow, this is a mess. So it looks like, obviously we got Stipe at number 1 and Ngannou at number 2. We've got Blades, then Jairzinho, and then it looks like Overeem comes next. It looks like Overeem is, comes next. So, I mean, he's basically in the top 5. I don't know if this fight moves him up too much. Sakai, I believe, was ranked number 12. But, this fight does enough. This fight does enough to show that Overeem, is kind of still in the mix, man. Top 5. It's crazy. It's crazy, and that's partially the fault of the UFC's heavyweight division not being talent rich, but it's also Alistair Overeem just still hanging in there, being a great heavyweight, again, despite the fact that he's 40 years of age. And we've got the OG in here who says, it's RGN's in the granite, who says age don't matter. You know what? More and more in the heavyweight division, especially, they're showing that age doesn't matter. John Wick is in here. Appreciate you being in here, brother. He says, man, Alistair looked great. He paced himself. Very brutal ground and pound. Oh my God, and how OSP with that knock. Damn, he still got. It's a little slow, but his power is definitely still there. So, and RGN's in the granite says, epic fight plan for the vet. OSP needs some speed, slow but effective. Overeem was playing possum. You know, great performance, man. Great performance by Overeem. You guys bring up OSP. You know, OSP had that beautiful, I believe it was a counter left hand knockout in the second round over Alonzo Mayfield. Just a really solid performance from him. Sure, he looks a little slow. I mean, he's not known for his speed, but what he is known for is his explosion and his power. And if he lands a clean shot on you, if OSP lands a clean shot on you, you know, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. And he showed that tonight. You know, I believe his last fight before this was at the heavyweight division. You know, he looked decent, but definitely light heavyweight suits him better. And man, he really clobbered Alonzo Mayfield with that second round knockout. We also had Michel Pereira take on Zalim Imadaev. This was a pretty exciting fight. At the weigh-in, there was some heat with Zalim pushing Michel Pereira's face away from him while they were weighing in. I was kind of excited about this one because Michel Pereira fights crazy. If you guys have seen him, he like jumps all over the place. You know, he does a lot of awkward techniques and spinning stuff and capoeira stuff, and he's always jumping off the cage and things like that. He's very creative. You never know what's going to come out of his bag of tricks, what he's got in the arsenal. And he ends up getting what I believe was a rear naked choke in round number 3 at 4 minutes and 39 seconds in. He basically, you know, I believe he almost like suplexed Salim and then transitioned into that submission. Just a beautiful performance from Pereira, who's definitely one of the more exciting people to watch. And for welterweight, the guy is absolutely massive, man. This guy is long, he's lean, he's strong, he's hyper athletic. This is a real fun guy to watch, and you know, I'm excited to see what he does next. I didn't catch the Moniz fight really, to be honest with you guys, against Fabinski. Well, I didn't catch the finish. I mean, it was a very short fight. I didn't really catch the finish. I saw it on the replay immediately after it happened. A very quick fight. He gets the submission of round number 1. Brian Kelleher, though, that's what I want to talk about, man. Gets the submission. I believe it was a guillotine, round number 1, 39 seconds in, man. This dude is no joke, man. They're going to have to start putting some respect on Brian Kelleher's name, man. I want to go in here and take a look at his finish here. So it was a submission, guillotine choke. Looks like he lost a decision his last time out in June against Cody Stamann. But before that, he'd won 2 straight. He looked good to me, man. This guy's got skills, you know. He's in. I feel like he's in every fight. I feel like he's in every single fight. And I really enjoy watching this guy fight, man. He's got a lot of passion when he fights. He gets hyped. He gets really excited. And I just enjoy watching him fight, man. UFC, man. UFC Fight Night. I mean, they do it again, man. They do it again. You know, the UFC, constantly putting on great events. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we've got next coming from the UFC. I mean, this was a great little fight night. They got another Contender Series on the 8th at 5 p.m. And then we've got another UFC fight night. It looks like Watterson versus Hill, and that's on September 12th, also at 5 p.m. Nothing really huge until the 26th of December. Just some fight nights. Although UFC Fight Night Covington versus Woodley on September 16th, man, that's going to be a juicy one. Definitely a lot of bad blood between those two, and I'm excited to see that. And then we'll probably, I imagine we'll head to Abu Dhabi, but I'm not sure. But it's going to be UFC 253 Adesanya versus Costa. That's going to be a big one. That's going down September 26th. Let me see if there's a location for it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's a location for it. But that's going to be an exciting one. We got Hamzat Chimaev, who's going to be coming up and fighting again. So just a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun stuff coming from the UFC. I think we had some boxing on Telemundo today. I didn't really catch it. No kind of big names. Let's see what else we got on the boxing itinerary for you guys coming up. Let's take a look here. Nothing really huge until, I guess you could say, September 26th, when Jermall Charlo takes on Sergey Derevyanchenko. Excuse me. And then in October, on the 17th, we've got a big fight between Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. That's the one I think I'm most excited about. And then finally, Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz on October 24th. I think that's another big one. Of course, we can't forget to mention Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia on the 21st of November. And then Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, an 8-round exhibition at heavyweight. That's happening here in Carson, California on November 28th. Let's see, man. Let's see what's going to happen there. Let's see what everybody's saying in here. So RGN's in the granted saying Sakai was winning. Needs to sacrifice. Loss might help that kid. Yeah, a lot of these guys end up, they end up losing. Some end up coming back stronger. Some just fall out. Definitely, I hope at just 29 years of age, the kid comes back stronger. The heavyweight division is one of those divisions where you've got till your 40s, man, at the very least. We've seen that over and over again in the heavyweight division that, you have till your 40s, man. You have till your 40s, whether it's boxing, whether it's the UFC and MMA, whatever it is in the heavyweight division, man, people just seem to age better. They seem to age better. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification icon next to it. Join Knucklehead Nation. We are putting out content. I'm putting out content every single day, pretty much at 7 p.m., whether it's, and other times as well, but definitely every day at 7 p.m. I need you guys to tune in. We've got free fights. We've got commentary from yours truly. We've got interviews with people in the fight game. Actually, tomorrow we're going to be talking to Chase Gibson, who, made it to the UFC Contender Series, this past week. He came up just short, but the guy's a beast. He put on a good performance. At least I thought he put on a great performance, having, showed up on short notice. Chase also trains over at CMMA. Chad George's gym, pretty much my gym, a gym I'm very close to. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to talk to Chase Gibson tomorrow night. So definitely tune in for that. We might go live with it or we might record it. I'll try to get it up around 7, 8 o'clock the latest. And, but definitely tune in. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That's pretty much all I got, man. I appreciate you guys joining me. I think if we had, some bigger fights, some more stuff to talk about, I'd stay on a bit longer. But this was a relatively quiet evening. Just a solid performance by Alistair Overeem. And again, join me every day, 7 p.m. Tune in. I'll have something going on for you. But anyway, knuckleheads, much appreciated, man. You guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Enjoy the long weekend. Stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.